Wake up, gamers, cause you're listening to Big Think Dimension with KZ Excellent,
I'm optimistic about things.
Dan and Bob Video Games,
You see that mountain? You can fuck another man on that mountain.
and Mr. Feel
You idiot! What good are my keys without my car?
here on GigaBoots.
I don't want to bore the audience with cool shit that I got working in Vegas with the help of some other dude on the internet, but my life got a lot easier, and so did KZ's. Instead,
Yeah, indeed.
I'll bore them with details of how I've been playing Final Fantasy 13 on the Xbox One X, and it looks really pretty in 4K.
I'm sure it looks exactly the same as it did at launch.
A little bit, you know? That game is absurdly fucking gorgeous. I think the only part of the main character models that didn't age well, and you know, it's hard to nail this sort of thing. So it's not like, oh, these idiots, how could they not do that? The eyelids are a bit low polygon. It's the only part of the model that just stands out as, oh man, what? But yeah, that game's really gorgeous. And upon revisiting it, even more, I'm looking at it from the perspective of, I believe it was a Thor High Heels video where he was talking about Final Fantasy 13. And he's like, yeah, the game is just like, it's like the levels are just floating in the world's prettiest skyboxes. I'm like, yeah, that's the accurate description. Having watched YouTube videos of various other areas of the game and having played about 14 hours myself, 13.2 doesn't seem to have that problem. And more importantly than that, even 13.2 actually runs at a really solid frame rate on the Xbox One X while also being 4K, and so does 13.3. So I'm actually thinking about giving those a chance, but I'm holding out because
That
hopefully that dog's. I don't need to see that dog in 4K.
I think that's what we all really need, though.
That's true. Maybe that's what people want. Maybe they want us to live stream 13.3 until we hit the dog.
Time till dog.
Dog percent.
Like a
Doggers.
speedrun category.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember if that's actually super hard to do, because I know he's in one of the areas you can go to. Like, I think it's the last one you unlock, though.
Yeah, I don't think it's one of the first 3 areas.
I thought it's the third.
When you hit the train place, you can go to 2 more areas.
Okay, so maybe...
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you could do that right away, because that game is really open in structure.
It is.
It just
yeah.
depends if he spawned there then.
Can we talk about how that game was blatantly a different game?
Sure.
Man,
Yes.
13.3 is clearly not a Final Fantasy 13 game.
What are you talking about? What other game could it be?
Tri-Ace would never just make some new IP that's hack and slash mixed with world or open world, right?
No way.
It's a Star Ocean game. I finally figured it out.
Should I play any of these?
This is complicated because
No, I don't want you talking about Final Fantasy 13 anymore.
I don't know. 13's really pretty.
KZ just sealed me on playing it. Thanks, KZ.
Okay, good.
But you need to play it on an Xbox Series X. So that way it's 8K internal resolution and it downsamples it perfectly to 4K.
Also,
I don't
Final
have a
Fantasy
4K
13.
display.
You
I'm probably just gonna play it on PC.
13 is the only of their PC ports of those that isn't terrible. Like 13.2's port's really bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
people were telling me that at very least for 13 you can find mods that really make it solid.
Yeah, I assume a lot of people fixed it because that tends to happen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
PC gaming. It's the best way to game, and yet everybody has to fix everything.
That's because companies are fucking lazy pieces of shit a lot of the time.
Fucking
Like, oh, this will
floppy users.
they'll just fucking take whatever.
Oh, here's my Linux machine. Oh, PC gaming.
Look, KZ, if you wanted games not to feel and look like shit, all of last gen you had to play them on PC. It was sad.
It's okay. Last gen sucks, so who cares?
I would like to point out that most games didn't come to PC because they couldn't run on PC if they ran on consoles. Like, there's a huge chunk of the PS3 generation where they only made the games for console. I would like to point that out.
We still got a lot of them, though. You can play Lords of Shadow on PC.
Lucky you. A year later, if even. So, Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully Sony announces a back compat initiative like the Xbox One X, because good goddamn, it's pretty cool to be able to revisit PS3 generation games in 4 fucking K.
Yeah, I need to go back to Lightning Returns, get that platinum.
Yeah, exactly, Bob. What do you have left to do in that to get that platinum? Is it talking to the dog?
No, it's not talking to the dog. I
Okay.
have to craft weapons, which I didn't know you could do in my first run. I don't think it might not unlock till New Game Plus.
Oh.
It's weird.
Oh.
What?
Okay. That just makes me think about how my platinum for Kingdom Hearts is synthesize every fucking thing. And I'm like,
Hey, better, because at launch, they wouldn't put a check mark near shit you made.
Ugh.
So what you'd have to do is you'd have to go into the gummy phone and see the things you made and write them down and refer to that. But then a couple months later, they put the check mark in there.
That doesn't sound so bad though, since I don't know if it was there at launch, but if you get enough stuff, it's just like you can buy every single thing below the highest level.
Yeah, you're able to like buy materials if you collected enough of that type, and then you can also synthesize certain like the high ranking materials. It's the easiest one of those lists to finish compared to 1 and 2.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I already did all the mini games where they're like, get a high score, and it was the most helpful the back button attachment's ever been, because they put so many important things on the face buttons for that fucking first person shooter mini game of the Verum Rex.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So at least I found a use for the back button attachment.
Very, very good. Good
Yeah.
purchase.
Oh yeah, definitely that. And during this checking out Final Fantasy 13 thing I did recently, I realized something interesting. Most Final Fantasies and both Dissidia games have their soundtracks on Amazon Music, but Kingdom Hearts doesn't. They have the Utada Hikaru albums for 1 and 3, and I don't think they have anything else going on there. So Kingdom Hearts music must be a nightmare to license.
It's probably has some weird, horrible web of who owns what and how much. And
Disney tentacles.
Still waiting for a soundtrack release for 3.
Really?
Yeah, I imagine it's because they added like, I think it's like 30 songs with this DLC. So maybe they were waiting for that. It's fine. People already ripped the song, so I have them in a zip like that. But, you know,
Yeah,
an official release would be swell. So I know what the names of these songs even are.
My favorite song, 375.
It's just labeled. People would just go, this is Latin enough. And then they wrote that for the song.
Nice. That's very, very on theme. But yeah, I've been fixing some problems and shit around here over the last week, and I did a 27-hour editing binge and got a lot of shit done. Felt great. I no longer have a crushing anxiety. I feel like I had a little bit of an anxiety leading up to us doing the podcast, because we record the variety podcast before we record the normal podcast. I had a little bit of anxiety left doing that, but now that that is done, I feel free. And honestly, we're approaching the end of the Detroit Let's Play, so things are going pretty good in Dantown. Maybe maybe Dan will get to try out something cool. Hey Bob, didn't they say a Warcraft 3 remaster was coming out soon? I hope that's all right.
Oh no, we don't need to talk about the news early, Dan.
Well, okay. Well, what have you been playing, Bob?
You're implying it's bad news. It should be good news. People have been looking forward to Reforged.
I'm sure this news is great. Hey Bob, what have you been playing?
I don't know if I've been playing like anything this week. I'm blanking. I'm looking at my Lightning Returns trophies right now, if you guys want to know about that.
Sure, yeah, let's... Oh,
yes,
yeah.
please.
That's right. Since we did the last big thing, you and I, because, you know, where the discussion was in the GigaBoots Discord, we found that trophy service. And I was like, what are my rarest trophies? And it's every trophy Mighty Number 9 on the PS4, the Rock Band 2 Platinum, and then every trophy in Mighty Number 9 on the PS3.
I also just realized this is my first day off since we recorded the last big thing, so, you know, I guess I didn't have much time.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm missing 3 trophies. Unearthly Apothecary, which is proof of obtaining an elixir. Guess that's
wow.
I beat that whole game. I didn't get one. Proof of victory at the arena 10 times. Queen of the arena. And Lizard Lariat. Proof of hunting down 30 lizards in shifting sands.
Dude, this sounds like nothing.
It is. That's
Why did you
really
not get that platinum?
I don't know.
Wasn't that like 7 years ago?
Bob, it sounds like something you could knock out in 25 minutes.
Yeah, that
it
sounds like
does.
something you could knock out after recording this big thing by midnight.
Oh, okay. I missed a couple more. Okay, here they are. The
Okay.
swordsmith and shieldsmith stuff.
Oh, crafting stuff. Okay. Yep.
And proof of improving your first shield and improving your first weapon. Okay. I don't know how to do that, so I need to look up a guide. But that's not that bad. That's like 4 things. That probably would be like 20 minutes.
Right. You would hope it would be you would be done with that before I'm done with Kingdom Hearts, and I'm 75% through Kingdom Hearts 3's trophies. Got to do some gummy ship. I'm probably going to do that after this. I've been wanting to do that for over a week now, but I haven't had time.
Oh yeah, we also streamed Sonic Team Racing.
Team Sonic Racing.
Team Sonic Racing.
We did do that last Friday, and the VOD's up on YouTube. Any thoughts,
Yeah,
Bob?
you did it the day I went into a coma, so I didn't know until you put up the VOD.
That game is really mid. I don't know how it has stands. Like, it's so... There aren't enough stages. It doesn't feel good to drive, especially. Like, nothing feels 100% smooth. When you collide into multiple racers, the game chugs down to like 20 frames or lower.
Yeah. I wish performance was better. That's for fucking sure.
Okay.
God.
I didn't notice like 20 frame chugs, but I definitely agree with what you're saying of this is a downgrade from the last one they made. Which makes me sad because I was waiting a long time for them to make another one.
Yeah, and I don't really dig the design of the stages. Like, everything's a gigantic hallway.
We were
so much
we were
room.
comparing it to Rage Racer, the sequel to Ridge Racer Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
In how it's like literally every road is a 6-lane superhighway.
Yeah.
Did you play Transformed like the previous one?
Only a little bit. I want to play more,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Because those stages were really cool because it was, across all Sega properties and, on the fly you would transform into different vehicles. So you'd have the Afterburner stage where you just immediately transition into like a plane and you're just going through and there's like aircraft carriers everywhere and the soundtrack was really good. It was definitely a reasonable downgrade with everything here because also your cars are a decent bit slower in this.
Yeah, I do remember that stage. I feel like that one also had a problem of everything being an 8-lane highway. But
they all kind of in a way were that because it's also like, you're using flying and swimming and those different types. But the stages felt a bit more exciting and interesting.
Oh yeah, that
better
for sure.
range.
Like every one of those stages was some cool callback. Whereas this is like, it's 2 Sonic levels mixed together. You might be able to tell, maybe.
If you know the specific motifs of the various songs, if you know the melodies well enough, you can eventually pick out that it is in fact Sandopolis mixed with some other place. Iconic.
Do you think that like next gen racing games you'll just go super fucking fast?
I assume next gen racing games will at least run at 60, which is a vast improvement of the last 16 years of games.
Maybe we'll get
15.
some a decent amount of racing games this gen. Yeah,
I
that'd
mean,
be cool.
honestly, I'm gonna be brutal. Fucking no shit. The reason we aren't getting racing games is because we can't run games at 60.
yeah.
Like, if you're struggling to run a game and stream an open world at 30 frames per second, is that Burnout game good? What's it called? Dangerous Driving?
I have not played it. I really want to.
Okay. I need to do that.
The main
That's
problem
the
I
most
hear
generic name possible. Dangerous Driving.
I have no idea what they were thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of this. I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, it's been out for 9 months.
Almost a year.
Yeah.
I hear the main problem is it doesn't have a soundtrack at all. It just expects you to use like custom songs or something.
I think that's right, yeah.
I guess that was my week.
Team Sonic Racing.
Yeah.
What a week. Hey, Mr. Feel, what have you been playing?
I played one thing, and that's Kakarot. I played through all of it.
I'm gonna
Whoa.
leave. You guys have fun talking to Feel.
The things you had to say about it on Twitter yesterday, I shrieked.
Okay, I'll just relitigate that and say what it was. So, you have these little like POG boards. Bob talked about them last week. They're called community boards. I have since learned that that's a reference to a mobile game, which is why they have a weird name.
What a smart idea.
But basically, you do like a subquest, like Yajirobe will be like, "Catch me a fish, Urameshi," and then you have to catch him a fish, and you'll get his pog, and you can put his pog on like the adventure board, and if you put enough pogs on the adventure board, you'll get bonuses like you'll get a little bit more money when you find money and fucking bullshit like that. Well, one of the boards is a cooking board, and each pog has its own stat for each cooking thing, and a cap. Like if somebody's shitty at something, their cap will be like 10, and if they're really good, it'll be like 25. You can increase their cap. You can increase their level with gifts, but only up to the cap. Every single female character is a cooking character. Every single one.
And I can't stress how fucking upset that makes me, and the fact that some people come to Dragon Ball for fucking storytelling when every female character gets the shortest end of the shortest fucking stick.
Even
wait,
launch?
I'm sorry.
Launch!
Both launches.
Even
Two launches.
blonde-haired launch.
What?
And Android 18.
Android 18?
Android 18.
Phil, didn't you say that it's like you got to do a quest for 18 to give her food so she can cook for her husband?
The quest you get 18's pog from is Krillin's depressed because he can't get a job because he has no skills. Get me some food so I can cook for him.
Bob, it's like this game made the YouTube thumbnail with the red circle around my least favorite thing about Dragon Ball.
It's like they just want to call out Toriyama like it is.
Bulma escapes though because she is the root pog. Each board has like a root character, like a base level character that cannot be moved. And Bulma is on the mech one. That's the only reason she's spared.
Wow.
It was between that and when you said stuff like they didn't even adapt the part where Goku does the warp Kamehameha wave.
Yeah, that
against
pissed me
Cell.
off.
That they didn't have that or the final flash that I went, maybe I just won't get this game. So clearly they're missing things I find to be critical and cool in Dragon Ball.
The entire Android saga has like no money, and then you start the Boo saga. You start the Boo saga, and you get to the point where you get to the tournament, where Videl fights the guy and get owned. And
when she gets punched into the kitchen by Spopovich.
Yeah. A little prompt pops up and then says, "We're going to shove a rocket up your ass as soon as you stand on this spot. Are you sure you want to stand here?"
Oh, no.
And if you say yes, it's just fight pre-rendered cutscene, fight pre-rendered cutscene, fight pre-rendered cutscene. I shot through the end of that game. I expected like 10 more hours because of side quests and shit. I shot through it in 2.
What is it? Bobity's Lair to the end of the game? Like,
it's just straight through. It's just like fight, cutscene, fight, cutscene, fight, cutscene.
Weird.
Are they cool?
Yeah, some of them look pretty good. The coolest looking thing in the game is still Goku beating Raccoon, because when he hits him with his elbow, the mountain behind Raccoon explodes.
I saw a post before this game came out of someone saying they only tried on this game up to Raccoon because they assumed that's where reviewers would stop playing. And I was like, oh no, I hope this is still good.
I enjoyed it, but if you don't really like Dragon Ball, there is nothing for you here. Like, there's just absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I feel like it would have aggravated me because I'd see moments that I was really excited for, and then they just wouldn't show up, and I'd be like, what? The Naruto games didn't do this. They show the things that I expect are cool and make the parts I didn't expect to be cool. They make those cool, too.
Now, I said this on Twitter, but remember Bone You?
Yeah.
she's not until the post game unless you got the pre-order DLC that makes her available a little bit earlier. She's the best boss in the game.
Oh, that feels great.
She's also not actually a character.
Oh, good.
You go talk to Android 21.
Is it because it's a female character? Is that why?
No. You go talk to Android 21, who I'm not sure is actually supposed to be Android 21, or if they just used that exact model for some reason. Because that character is in charge of the training room mechanic where you build up a training room in Bulma's house that you can use. And it uses the Android 21 model, like the human one. But they go, oh, we looked at the Ginyu Force's ship and found data of this super cool fighter, so we recreated her from data, and you can fight her in the training room.
Wait,
so Bonyu isn't even actually in the game, unless she shows up after you beat the last one, which I haven't done because it's level 100.
Well, during the fight, she like throws attacks at you and just goes, leaving.
She is kind of like a Kingdom Hearts Limit Cut boss. Because she'll do things like boom, I just did a move, there's spheres everywhere, if you touch them they hurt you, and I have like 4 different attacks I can use with the spheres. I can have them rush you one at a time from different angles. I can have them all shoot a laser at you from different angles. She throws like 2 balls that have an electric beam between them at you. This is where the game like fails the most because it's so close to having a good combat system because all the bosses have 1 or 2 super moves where it's like, I'm gonna shoot like a weird bullet hell pattern at you to dodge. Like Raditz shoots these enormous 2 beams that go in a spiral and you have to go up or down to avoid them because they'll either be at one height or another height. Or Vegeta throws a bunch of balls out that stay in place, and then he charges around the arena, and you have to not get hit by him. Zarbon makes lasers come down from the sky, and slowly floats towards you as they do, and if he gets to you, he does his pile driver on you. But the bosses, it's like that bit Dan said with Destiny 2 bosses. Fuck you, you're trying to trick me. I don't flinch ever, even if you just dodged my biggest attack. Like, there's no... If you can dodge, you can block, you can vanish out of a block, and you can just manually avoid things. If they had created a system where you dodged an attack, you now get to hit them in a combo. That's your reward for avoiding the boss's attack. The game would go up like a full 1.5. As it is, it's like, I'm going to stuff myself full of food so I don't have to engage with this fucking combat system.
sad.
The open world stuff is super shallow. It gets better later on when they introduce smaller areas that have more unique biomes. But the first bunch of areas are really shitty. I do like stuff that you can revive every single villain with the Dragon Balls, beat the shit out of them again, and then you get them for the, you basically enslave them to be Pogs on your Pog board. The King Cold one is really funny because you're adult Gohan, and he's like, I'll fight you if you beat the shit out of these 4 guys, and you go beat the shit out of these 4 guys, and you're like, and he's like, oh, you're really strong. You're as strong as a Super Saiyan. And Gohan's like, oh, I am a Super Saiyan. I just haven't done it yet. And Cold goes, Cold like shits his pants in his internal monologue and goes, I've decided that you're now my honorary son. And Gohan goes, so are we going to fight now? Then he goes, no, I could never raise my hand against my own son. And you don't have to fight him, and then you get the Pog for him.
Do you actually get a fight against Cold at any point in the game then?
No, he dies in a cutscene.
Oh my god.
Oh, here's the funniest part of the game. There is a side quest, the last side quest in the game I did before the post game, because it's right outside Bobity's ship. It's with the Supreme Kai. And he goes, hey Gohan, I want to know how strong you are, so let's fight. And I go, okay. And then the Supreme Kai goes, we can't actually fight though, because that'll put off energy for Babidi to react. So we're going to have a fight in the mental realm, because there's a couple side quests earlier on where you like meditate with people and fight them. And he goes, I'll take on Frieza's form because you know that one.
Oh.
Boo!
Oh, come on.
I laugh out loud.
Oh.
That's really,
God.
really bad.
I'm gonna be real with you. This is currently my number one most disappointing thing of 2020 so far. I can't wait to see how the rest of the year shakes up.
But there's
Looking
parts
forward to
that, like,
Avengers.
There's a lot of little tiny things
too
that are
far away,
funny
don't worry
like
about it.
that. And like you revive the Ginyu Force and beat them up as Kid Gohan, and it's implied they teach him how to pose, which is why the Great Saiyan Man poses the way he does. There's a part where Vegeta brings Ginyu back, and Ginyu's like, oh fuck, you just brought me up to beat the shit out of me again, didn't you? And Vegeta's like, yep, I sure did. I beat the secret boss, who was a joke, except he had 50 million health. And then your reward for beating the boss is increasingly strong mini bosses will spawn forever now, so you can grind to infinity because there's no level cap.
Very brave.
Here's how cheap the game is. The first enemies in the game are those skull robots from original Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You know, they have little like options, like, you know, R-Type-esque options with them that will heal them or shoot a beam sometimes. And you go, okay, you know, that makes sense. Then you get to the Frieza guys, and they're also with the Frieza guys, and you go, okay, that's a little whatever. They're like aliens. They have support robots. They're also with the Cybermen.
How did this game not get that much money? That seems insane.
Also, they never stop spawning any types of enemies, so I'm running into level 110 Cybermen with 5 million health.
I don't know if it's the thing with money, it's the thing with time. Toei has a contract specifically with Namco in place that a Dragon Ball game has to be released one per year or they lose it. Or they lose the license.
What was their fucking one last year?
Dragon Ball Heroes for the Switch.
The Dragon Ball Heroes one, okay.
Yeah.
They could have released it later in the year. It only needed like 6 more months, maybe.
Yeah, but
unless they meant fiscal year, but they didn't because Heroes came out last summer.
Yeah, but that's been a specific thing because I've seen a lot of various Dragon Ball YouTubers talking about that when anticipating like new games or what they're gonna do maybe with fighters and stuff like that.
It's just I didn't expect in no universe did I expect this to be a 10 or even a 9. I did think it could have been an 8, but it's like a 6. Like I really like Dragon Ball. In fact, there's a side quest where they give you unbelievably niche trivia questions about Namekians, and I knew them all without looking any of them up and felt gross. Where it's like, what does Piccolo mean in Namekian? What plant do the Namekians grow? I'm like, oh, of course I knew that. But I still feel bad that I bought it for $60.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Also, Future Trunks is playable, but I don't know why, because he gets one fight.
What?
Put it on the box.
Against Frieza. You do not fight Cell as him.
Okay.
Please stop talking about this game. Please. You're getting me more mad.
Also, remember how you said, KZ, that the JPEG cutscenes from Naruto Ultimate Storm, those are in here sometimes whenever they don't want to put anything in the game at all. Like the entire fight almost between Goku and Majin Vegeta is those.
What?
Yeah,
That's like one of the best parts of that arc.
Excuse me. Hold on. I was going to go into the Naruto thing. What? The Majin Vegeta fight has no money?
No, you do it, but then after it, like, all the actual cool stuff is JPEGs, and him knocking out Goku is a JPEG, and then you go immediately to fighting Boo as him.
What? when you make a Dragon Ball game that's like, we're going to cover the entirety of Z, and your biggest money fight is Raccoon, you fucked up.
Yeah, I was like, maybe this should have just been True Frieza and been like really good instead of making the
Maybe
Android arc
it
terrible.
actually should have been the thing people didn't want,
Yeah.
as it turns out.
Also, you know how Boo punches Bobbity so hard his head explodes?
Yeah, there's no way they remake that. That's not
No,
gonna show up.
he just bonks him, and there's a real flaccid sound effect, and then just tosses his body aside.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those, in a T-rated game, you can't do it sort of things, so at least I kind of get it.
Yeah, it's like in one of the Naruto games, a character loses an arm, but they can't do that, so they kind of try to obscure it and not even approach the fact that this person's missing an arm.
But yeah, this game is way too ambitious. It actually kind of reminded me of Astral Chain, where it's like, we have an open world, it sucks. Or it's like, you pick up items as glowing dots. There's nothing to actually do. Our side quests are so fucking bad and boring and have no money.
We need to stop.
You know what? I realized we played something. I feel like everyone here played something that Bob and I forgot we played.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
Smash as Byleth.
Oh, that's true, we did. Violet's cool.
Byleth
I
seems
was on the
broken.
screen, but I played it. Yeah, I played it.
I don't know what you mean, Dan. A full screen Warlock punch that charges faster than Warlock punch isn't broken at all.
No,
Nothing
not
broken
the
here.
least. And it's actually stronger, by the way.
Oh my god, it does just shatter shields.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you shield.
Oh, what, the down B?
No, it's the neutral B. The arrow is more powerful than a Warlock
yeah,
punch.
yeah, I did. I was like, man, this seems a little strong.
Also, the fact that Byleth can up B into the underside of stages to recover.
Yeah, her recovery
Her
is
up B
insane.
is
I
cloud
did
shoes.
not try that.
It goes like fucking 100 miles.
It's like if the Joker one was just completely unhinged.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It goes like twice as far as the Joker one.
It's so nuts to the point where I'm just like, is Sakurai intentionally locking the fan base into a house and burning it down? I don't.
This is beautiful.
I don't understand why you make a character this obviously ludicrously powerful.
I saw one clip before, like, the night it was coming out, where someone just went, "This is dumb," and they did a Bayonetta combo with her, with Byleth.
Yeah,
Where it's like the whip up and just looping it up to the top of the screen after like 2 or 3 hits.
Yeah, I think that it was Donkey Kong could just be killed from 0 damage.
There was a tiny window where Donkey Kong could have done a midair dodge and not gotten juggled. It was less than a second. It was about
Should have rolled.
It was about half a second long. He could have done a midair dodge to avoid getting comboed from 0 to dead. It's his fault.
Shielded.
Yeah, just like Eric said when we played Byleth with him, I don't understand. Why don't you just parry it?
Fucking Eric Umahara over here.
And that was the funniest shit. And Eric, like, we immediately repeat what he says back to himself. I'm like, did you seriously just make an argument that someone wasn't overpowered because you could, quote, just parry it? And he's like, shut up.
Yeah, at least you realize
Don't
real fast
gaslight me.
how bad of an idea that was.
Yeah, no, that's not a way to balance things. Yeah, Byleth's cool, though. I like playing as Byleth. I hope they maybe nerf him, and I'm looking forward to more characters in Smash because I'm addicted to Smash.
Yeah, it's like one of the least fanfare we've had. It's like, yep, this sure is here. All right, please announce the next one. I want to be excited again.
There were literally people in chat on last Friday's live stream losing it over the fact that KZ was, or it wasn't last Friday, it was Tuesday. During Tuesday's live stream, that KZ was the only one who was seemingly excited and KZ was asleep.
Yeah. That was intense.
One, I stayed up. 2, I was excited because I'm not insane like you saying it's psychotic to include this character.
That wasn't me. That was Bob.
That was me, and it is.
Yeah, I know, and as according to the lore, I have to attribute it to Dan because that's how all Bob's statement works. Man, Dan sure was wrong about Kingdom Hearts boss design.
That's what Dan said.
We're not good at
Yep.
let's not get into that.
I love you bringing up the 2 worst tangents of comments of the last 2 episodes, KZ. It's really great. Hey, KZ, what you been playing?
Oh, I finished up Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind
Oh, that's good.
over the past week. I cleared the secret boss. Of course, I was playing on critical mode. That might be my favorite boss in the Kingdom Hearts series now. I like it a lot. Went through it a bunch to like figure out the different ways to punish him and stuff, and they really nailed it with a lot of those moves to the point where even there are like long sequences in Kingdom Hearts bosses where they do a big desperation move where most of them it's like, all right, dodge and block whatever they're going to do, and I found 2 windows you can just start comboing him during it. And that felt incredibly rewarding. Overall, I just thought all of that stuff was really cool. And I'm trying to trophy hunt in that because they added some trophies for Remind. And one of them is tied to the new difficulty modifications they added to the game. And one of them is to max out the pro mode score. Because you get a series of medal rankings after getting a certain amount of points. All the points are obtained by fighting the bosses in the game. And people figured out that if you put every restriction on you, you don't have to play the main game. You can just do the DLC fights. And you will get enough points. But you have to have every restriction on. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
because
that seems insane.
if you put on all the restrictions, that means no team attacks will spawn. You can't use your shot lock, your forms, your cure, your items. The only way you damage is with physical attacks and magic.
You can't air step either.
No, you can air step, I believe. Because I've been doing it.
Air step code.
No, because I've been air stepping because I've been going through that challenge by playing the main game. Because if you do the main game, you get a bunch of points, so then you don't have to have all the restrictions on for the DLC stuff, which is what I decided to do on beginner, because I feel like there's no reason to do it on a hard mode. It's okay. I don't find it particularly hellish or anything. If you do like the magic route in that, it actually you realize how good magic is in that game. Like I found out there was an ability that heals you at a certain percentage chance if you cast magic, and that you get off the Ratatouille keyblade. Yeah. So I managed to I'm almost done with the main game, and then I'll be able to get that trophy, I think, after doing a few runs of some of the extra bosses. It let me learn a couple other quirks with the game. But I just need to do that. And then once I kill the secret boss on that file, I can do the easy mode difficulty options to do the more fun achievements they want in that. Like, you start at the top of Rapunzel's tower, and you have to get to her castle all the way at the end of the world, but you can only land on the ground 5 times. And it's just about staying in the air and traveling. And I think those are more neat ideas. But yeah, I'm just chipping away at that. I'm really pleased with all the new stuff they ended up adding, like the different bosses, and the difficulty option stuff actually has been pretty fun. And I saw someone beat the secret boss with every restriction on, and then they decided to not wear armor or accessories, and I'm like, yeah, well, way to make me feel bad.
Yeah, I saw somebody do that on Critical, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, like I've done that on Critical with the. I learned how to not use links, which, by the way, if you use a link, you're invincible for about 35 seconds. I learned to finally beat the secret boss without having to use that to skip most of his attacks.
What fucking link are you invincible during? I know you aren't invincible during Simba.
Oh, it's less invincible, more you won't die. You'll still take
Oh.
minimal damage, and it'll bring you to 1 if you take a bunch of hits, but if the boss is like, I'm gonna attack you with this cool cinematic shit for 35 seconds, you just pop a summon, you won't die. And eventually you'll learn, like, all right, after this attack, they're not doing anything for a few seconds, so just pop out of it then. But I've learned to not do that and to just actually fight and counter. Because surprisingly, a lot of these bosses, there are ways to like ruin them even when they're trying to do cool shit at you. Yeah, that's all I've been playing this week. Aside from Byleth, which I did do like an hour and a half, because I didn't do a stream, so there wasn't that's what makes me play Smash the most. So I haven't gotten really into it, but I enjoyed a classic run and did a little bit of that. Like, she's neat. That's it for me.
Yeah, I haven't done any of the single player stuff with her. Probably gonna check that out sometime.
Yes. Yeah, I was doing it 5 a.m. I was like, well, Dan isn't around. Or you might have been around, I just didn't text you.
No, I'm pretty sure I was asleep.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's not asleep?
Who?
The Podlords, because they woke up because they're
fuck.
gamers.
Wake up, gamers. It's the Podlords. I'm pod about things.
Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Hey, Bob. React to the Podlord segment.
Oh no!
Okay, thank you. Podlords such as Danny Richardson, E. Lee Broyles, Texas Man Joint Smash, Corey Brown, Dank Mormons, Red Blaze 27, Keyblade Master Jucifer, Suzu Shiro, Emperor Zero, Mitzi, Byless Totally Fair and Balanced Upbeat, Moon Muse Entertainment Studio, Dan's Burning Man Crush on Milo Pokemon.
Yeah, that's accurate.
He's large.
That makes it sound like I have a crush on his Wooloo. The next Smash DLC fighter. The profile
Is it
pic.
Gary Busey?
The profile pic is an Impodim.
Finally.
Bob, don't tell the others, but you're my favorite.
Oh, thank you.
Just a regular Busey this week. Have fun editing, KZ.
Oh no!
True to life.
Mercy has been shown.
It is just a regular picture of Gary Busey. I'm very generous.
All right.
Very, very.
I appreciate when the Podlords have mercy, and we didn't have to talk about Taco Bell items. I'm really in it this time.
It's actually the most flattering picture of Gary Busey I've ever seen.
Okay, I'll put this BC in.
Thank you.
Wow.
For his sake,
That
not
is
mine.
really flattering.
Gary Busey's forehead is huge.
He
yeah.
looks almost symmetrical.
he has a 7 head. 101 Shades of Wonderful. WTF Spider-Man. When you womp away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, stompa. One moment, I need to focus with this picture. Anyway, Mr. I Like Bacon and Renegade. Thank you very much to our Podlords.
Thank you.
Podlords.
Thank you, Podlords.
Thank you, Podlords. Dorime. Podlord
Dan.
Datire.
Hey, Dan.
What?
I would like to lead news.
Where are you going to lead it?
With,
Off
I want this Pokemon news dead. We're doing it now.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're all ecstatic about Pokemon and the franchise and the direction it's been going. So I'm pleased to let you know about Pokemon Home or Jail that has now been detailed. It's coming out in February. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can do it for free, or you can do the premium membership, which is $3 a month, $16 a year. If you're doing it for free, you would put your Pokemon you say you got in Sword and Shield into this thing or some other game. If you're free, you can put in 30. If you're premium, you can put in 6,000. This is the first thing I saw, and this was the moment I went, this is going to be the worst thing I ever read. And it continued. You need premium membership to get the Pokemon from Bank. So all like things that you slowly tried to get into the 3DS games. The GTS, which is the global trade system.
Wait, do you need to have Pokemon Bank and Pokemon Home at once then? Like, they're two separate things you're paying for?
They are two separate things, but for the first month that this exists, it will be free for you to like get the stuff from Bank into Home. But yes, they are two separate services, and you need to rescue the shit from Bank and put it into the new prison.
Yeah.
It's like a prison transfer system. Yeah.
You're going from minimum security to maximum security. You're never seeing those fucking Pokemon again. They're going in the hole.
Yeah, they said here, GTS, friendless trading, and room trading, where you like make your own lobby to bring people in to do trading. Things you would have hoped were in Pokemon Sword and Shield were cut out of that game and put in here instead.
How fucking long was this in the mainline games? When did it start?
I don't remember when it wasn't in a
Generation 4. It was in Pearl.
Yes.
They took a feature that had been in the game series for more than a fucking decade and put it into this paid shit. Fuck you.
That you have to do on your phone.
Yeah, also this is all through the mobile app. The mobile app for Pokemon Home is where you would do this. They have other features with that, like Wonder Box, where it's the Wonder Trade system, but you put a bunch of Pokemon in the box. However, I believe if you're a free user, you can only do one at a time.
Okay, whatever.
Good news, Dan. The National Dex is back in Pokemon Home. It makes sure to record a copy of every Pokemon that you put in there to add to the overall National Dex, including like Gigantamax ones, Mega ones.
I'm sure just like Bank, they won't even bother writing a description for each Pokemon.
No, Bob, it actually looks like they did.
Wow.
I know. That's the bar now. You're surprised they wrote a description for every Pokemon.
Mystery gift stuff also
They're probably
is
pages from
included.
some old game.
Probably. Like, I feel that might be safe. Battle data, where you can like check certain things when it comes to like your Pokemon stats and get more details for that. I guess for like the competitive stuff. It looks like you can gain points in this that you can then use in Pokemon Sword and Shield to get stuff. Like the BP that exists in that to get like the various items to make your stats better. And then there's like something to judge your Pokemon. It's like a judge feature. But yeah, that's it. They have the other stuff where it's like if you put something from Let's Go into here, it can never go back.
So it's literally a jail for Let's Go.
It is a jail because if you put Let's Go Pokemon into this, they can go to Sword and Shield. Like that's what I saw them specifically say there. They can't go back to Let's Go again.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I thought it was just you put them in the tomb forever.
And of course, every Pokemon you get from Bank. I saw a picture floating around of someone going, "Here's how I got my GBA Pokemon, and this is how I would get them into here." And I'm like, this is a nightmare.
This is so funny. It's just going to be full of fucking hacked Pokemon.
They don't actually care, but people eat up the excuse constantly that this is somehow supposed to be about security. This is to sell you 6 megabytes of online storage for $16 a year, guys. Like this isn't rocket science.
like even on our Game of the Year podcast, I said there are some things I fundamentally disagree with when you said that like certain gyms were cut for time, like the fairy one, which I disagreed with. This GTS friendless trading and room trading shit is so disgusting. On top of we can only let you have 30 slots for Pokemon if you don't pay us.
Why would you even want slots for Pokemon?
I'll tell you why, Bob. Because if I go and buy Pokemon Sword and I want to run a specific team, I can move 6 level 1 Pokemon to the free home and then to Sword from Shield.
Are you sure? Are you sure you can get them out of home once you put them there.
I mean, no, you can't because
Yes.
some of them don't go into Sword and Shield. That game doesn't support a lot of Pokemon so far, so that, Bob,
I'm
is
saying
why
if
you
I
would want more
already-
slots.
If I already own Shield and I just want to play through the game again, because they don't give you multiple save slots or New Game Plus or nothing, and I go buy Sword, I can move that team I want to use from the beginning to home and then to the other game.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the purposes of using Pokemon from that gen, that game, to use it in the companion game, yeah, like it's going to be able to do that.
I don't know. I saw I read something in that summary of it where it was like, yeah, you can't put them back even in Sword and Shield unless you pay us.
That would be psychotic.
Okay, now that you resaid what you meant, there's a non-zero chance.
I have to look now. They can't. That would only exist for them to trick small children and hold their shit hostage.
Yeah, and that's why I worry it is.
I mean, this shit is just ludicrous levels of exploitation. This fucking
No,
sucks.
you can't. You can't. You cannot move Pokemon from Pokemon Bank on Basic. So no, you cannot take them out. If you don't pay the money, it's a jail.
Pokemon Bank or Pokemon Home?
Oh no, okay, Pokemon Bank. Okay, I misread it. Thank
Okay.
God.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do what I just said if you don't.
Okay, that's something. you
Yeah,
can do.
but either way, the thing I see it as is like at no point has it been said that you can put things back into Bank from home, right? Once you've gone from Bank to home, it's there, right?
Yeah, it's there forever. You
Okay,
cannot
so
move shit back into Bank.
Bob, the reason you want
you're-
more capacity is because you've moved over Pokemon that can't actually go into a game.
Oh yeah, no, I understand needing more capacity, but
Right.
the only having 30 is just so.
That's why,
Oh, you
because
can't, you
who
can't
the
even
fuck,
move
nothing.
them from.
who the fuck
You
is
can't even hook this to Bank for free.
Yeah, of course
well
not.
for
Yeah,
one month?
they're letting you do it for a month,
Oh,
so
for
they
one
gotta
month,
get you
yeah.
got to get your early adoption in. If you say get interested in this in March, you just gotta. My God,
six megabytes of storage for $16 a year.
yeah,
This shit should have been a free thing on the Switch if you have the online, at the bare minimum.
Between the yearly games, this many years in a row, general lack of polish on Sword and Shield, and missing features that are now in a pay for app, I'm pretty done with this shit. I'm
Yeah.
pretty done with all of it, and I just kind of want to wash my hands of the whole fucking franchise. That is fucked up because I've been actually a really hardcore Pokemon fan for a really long time. But this is fucking ludicrous. This is absolutely ludicrous.
I don't know how Nintendo let them get to this state where it's like
Because they don't wholly own them.
we ripped all these features out and put them in a mobile phone app you pay money for. That's insane.
Why do they care? They're still making. This has not impacted their sales at all.
Right.
Yeah, but they
sounds like your
Nintendo's-
boycott failed.
Nintendo's supposed to have like a generally better view on things than just that. Like typically they do things that are a little
but
bit more customer friendly than
This is owned by Creatures Inc., if I remember correctly, and the Pokemon Company and Nintendo.
right. And I guess they
so-
can't strong arm them into doing something that won't be atrocious to their customers.
Keep in mind, 1 to 2 of those companies only makes money off of Pokemon.
Right.
So doing exploitative shit for the sake of making more money off of Pokemon is absolutely something they're okay with. And, once again, this is the best-selling game in the franchise. Ergo, none of our complaints here have any merit. They announced the sales for it, by the way. I think it was, 16 million? I think that's what they said.
That sounds like a feasible number.
Yeah, I think that's what they said, making it like the best-selling version in forever, if not ever.
No, it's not ever. The other ones have sold a hell of a lot more than 16 million.
In
I
this
think
amount of time. In this amount of time.
Oh, maybe then.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's how you measure sales. You don't go, why hasn't it sold more than this game that's fucking 10 years old?
Yeah. Why isn't this outsold Pokemon Blue?
But yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm pretty fucking done with this.
Ugh.
This fucking sucks. I'm really glad. How do I put this? How do I phrase this? I'm really glad that this level of exploitative bullshit isn't being done to me by Capcom right now or Konami with Castlevania.
Like you're glad it's not like something you would view as your baby.
Basically, that's
Yeah.
Because I care immensely about Pokemon, but those franchises like Mega Man and Castlevania are more valuable to me, and I'd rather it be dead than.
Like you could survive. You could survive this Pokemon news.
I mean, Pokemon's been disappointing for the last 5 or 6 years. How many has it been?
No,
How
only a couple. Sun and Moon were good.
I mean, they were good for like 3DS. They were definitely a lot better than the rest on there, but it was
I
still.
would say they're the second best after Gen 5.
I don't know.
But yeah, either way, you have Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Let's Go, and then the most recent. So depending on your perspective on the Ultra re-releases and Let's Go, I could understand that perspective.
I could understand 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed Ultra Sun and Moon. I enjoyed Let's Go. I accept that this was a major step down and this announcement makes Sword and Shield look worse, which I am shocked they managed to pull something out like that.
The global trade thing is just indefensible.
It's
like they ripped a.
We were
a
just
something
talking
that-
about why is there no friend list system in this? Why does the game not have a friends list that you can do stuff like that? Oh, because they want to do it with home.
Yep.
I assumed they were just dumb and bad and didn't have time to fully integrate it. I didn't think, no, we're just evil.
Which is funny because X and Y had it.
Every major entry in the series since Gen 4 has had it. 15 years.
Yeah. Is there anything else about Pokemon?
This is gross enough where I'm reconsidering buying the DLC. I think it may just be better if I just stop giving a shit entirely. That's about all I have to say. It's not like a passionate, I'm going to stand on a soapbox or anything like that. I just, it's shitty and I'm tired. That's about it.
Oh.
Nothing special here. Bob, you got anything?
I guess I'm the same. I was already kind of considering not even buying the DLC because I was worried the content just wouldn't be there for anything I wanted. And yeah, this is only like solidifying that more.
I feel like the DLC is going to deliver more of what I expected out of Sword and Shield than what it has. I feel like with the two DLCs put together, I'm going to give a bit more of that next-gen Pokemon experience sort of feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe you should just take a break and wait for the next actual game they make.
I don't think that's what I'm thinking here.
Maybe so that'll have more time and be okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not going to come out 1 year later. Because we got our Pokemon game this year. It's that remake.
In the DLC.
Yeah.
In the DLC. Yeah, that's enough. That's all we're going to get this year. Let it be stated, I have no confidence in the next game. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. All right, so we have some breaking news that came up. They revealed that the Project Xehanort game is called Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, the most normal sounding ass name they've done yet.
Huh.
Is it also a show on AMC?
I like it because they weren't even supposed to announce it yet, but they said it seems like a lot of announcements are happening, so we're just going to announce it early.
What a weird thing
Coming
to
out.
do.
Yeah, it's coming out in spring. Still nothing like of substance on it yet, but I just think that name just sounds too normal. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be a basically one of those Kingdom Defense games. Just like the Final
a
Fantasy
tower
15s.
defense? We're going to do that?
Oh, you mean it's gonna be the we are under fucking attack, my lord?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's going to be
With Xehanort?
Xehanort
Oh my
going,
God.
we are fucking attacking.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe it'll be like a visual novel.
No. They can't get enough money out of that.
It's a mobile game with in-app purchases. It's a gotcha visual novel. I unlocked new text.
Okay, let's shy away from making this a fucking armchair devs pitch.
Okay. They Behemoth announced their new game. That's people behind the original Alien Hominid, Castle Crashers, Battle Block Theater, I think they also did Pit People. I think that's what that was called. They've announced
Pit People
Alien
is.
Hominid Invasion, which is going to be a co-op arcade shooter that reimagines their original game. They revealed that today.
Huh.
That's neat. That
Okay.
original game
I don't-
didn't really look good enough. I didn't want to play it based on how it looked, and the thought that they're going to remake it seems neat.
I played it. I don't recall it being very good. I think it was actually kind of bad.
Yeah, I thought that Castle Crashers was one from them that everybody liked.
Yes.
Yeah, Castle Crashers is pretty good. It has fun moments.
I played Battle Block Theater a couple years back. That game's fun. It's like a fun little co-op thing going through areas. The narrator in that was funny. Like, he had some fun lines in that.
Yeah, I heard some really good stuff about Battle Block Theater.
Okay, the funniest thing to come out of that is the narrator Stamper was brought in for an AGDQ run, the Awesome Games Done Quick thing, and they just brought him in to talk about development. And all those things are always interrupted by the donating reader, who's like has to read the donations. And he made a joke of saying, "From now on, you have to read these enthusiastically." And the people they have reading these may be the dumbest people on earth. Because the person says ecstatically, "Greetings from Germany. My mother died of cancer this year." And the entire crowd just goes, "Oh!" And Stammer's like, "You did that shit on purpose." And then he's just like, "I can't stop laughing, though." It was such a mess.
I'm not going to say anything about the sort of people I think they hire at AGDQ.
Kill the animals.
Ugh.
The last piece of news I have, there were some rumors / leaks of Resident Evil 8 this week.
Yes.
And the details from it was it's going to be the same protagonist from Resident Evil 7. Going to have first-person gameplay. Zombies are back, as well as werewolves.
Finally. It's
And-
going to be
yeah.
werewolf cool.
They will continue having something hunt you in the form of a stalker enemy that's supposed to be a woman that's kind of like ghost-like, so that when you shoot it, it disappears.
Huh.
So, yeah, which seems interesting. Also, Chris Redfield will be there in some form.
It's
Ethan! Help me get
You
Leon!
can't escape me.
Okay, the first thing I saw was someone going, "Chris Redfield will be there," and it's just create a character version of Chris holding a briefcase that says Leon's sperm.
Oh yeah, from one of those video game wrestling things.
Yes.
What's up, Bob?
I think it's really weird to even do another first person one. That felt like a testing ground for VR. I don't know.
I think it makes sense. I think the first person perspective really worked for that one, and it not being VR first might help them do some more impressive stuff visually. But I think this is fine. I mean, they're doing the remakes of like the older ones at the same time, so maybe you're
Yeah.
getting your fix from that, you know?
Maybe they have.
That's what I
something else.
assume the logic is.
I'm totally cool with two styles of Resident Evil going at once.
I'm more confused that it's fucking Ethan again. I didn't think he was
Yeah.
a particularly memorable or good character or had any reason to continue being involved in this shit.
Yeah, no, that's the feeling I got too.
My assumption was that game was about some normal ass dude who just goes to try and get his wife back or something.
It's like if you found out the later Silent Hills still had James Wunderland and he was just kicking ass. And it's like, what is this shit?
Why
I mean-
Wonderland?
That's kind of how other Resident Evils have been. Like, oh yeah, Resident Evil 4. Well, Leon's back.
Well, see, okay.
Well,
but
that was a good idea.
but
He's
it was.
That was-
nasty.
But
That's
that made
different.
a little bit more sense because he became like a fucking hero from surviving the Raccoon City thing and kicking the shit out of Umbrella a little bit.
yeah.
But Ethan, like everybody's dead at the start of Resident Evil 7. Like there's no evil organization behind it. They're already fucking owned.
Huh.
So it
That-
just feels like it's very confusing.
Like when you think about it, Leon and Chris, they both start at the ground floor of a conspiracy that they're outing, and it just they scale up from there, right? They're now legendary Interpol sort of tier. That makes sense. Nothing about what Ethan did makes sense for this to just be like, Ethan's back. Look out, motherfuckers. He's gonna fuck up some werewolves.
It would have made more sense
his own foot.
The old man from the DLC because they fucked with they killed his whole family and almost killed his granddaughter or a niece. So it'd make more sense if it's like Swamp Grandpa's here to kick ass.
Oh, is he the dude who reloads his arm?
Yes, he's also the dude where you get to do a first-person power bomb on a tyrant.
I look forward to Ethan getting werewolf powers, which gives him the ability to open wolf doors.
He becomes werewolf cool.
Yes.
The second ever video game to have this.
We really need to finish 7, Dan. I want to see what Ethan does that makes him really motivated to do another game.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
There's 2 DLC. The Chris one is kind of lame. The Swamp Grandpa one, End of Zoe, is fantastic, and I want a whole game of it. So,
really, though, what I'm going to say, Bob, is we will absolutely do a playthrough stream if they announce 8 and it has Ethan. We will 100% do that this year if that ends up being the case. Because otherwise we can backburner it a bit.
Yeah, this source talking about it also said that they may not even use the number for this title, which also seems weird.
Yeah, now they're going to call it Resident Evil Ocho.
That is weird.
I guess it wouldn't be weird if this
Ocho.
is. What if this is their sequel to the Gun Survivor series?
Oh, fuck.
What if this is Revelations 3?
Bob, are you telling me Resident Evil Ocho is going to support the Move controller?
Yes.
God, that'd be great.
Well, that's all of my news for this week.
Bob, you need to talk about this Kingdom Under Fire news. I'm shitting my pants.
Wait, what? No way.
So, Kingdom Under Fire: The Crusaders, the original Xbox game, is coming to PC Q1 this year.
How old is that game? 16 years?
Something like that. Maybe more.
Is this like a THQ Nordic troll thing, or?
I'm over here working on some shit. I look over at Bob's PC and I'm like, oh, he's looking at old footage of Kingdom Under Fire. That's kind of weird. Okay, I'm going to go back to what I'm
next?
doing.
Maximo from Ghost to Glory?
Yes.
That was a trailer. Despite all appearances, released today.
I'm looking this up.
Also, yes, it is, because this is a Deep Silver thing, which is owned by THQ Nordic now.
Okay. That explains it.
I just saw the blue whatever, the Korean company that makes it, and I didn't see the other parts.
God fucking damn it.
This is nuts.
Fantagram is the name.
Wow, yeah, no, this is hilarious. This is hilarious.
Yeah, no, I remember liking it back in the day, but knowing it wasn't that good. So the thought of it's back is hilarious.
Yeah, it's kind of less Shinobi's back and more of like, I don't know, Bujingai's back.
Yeah, that's about the tier.
You see, that would be exciting.
If Bujingai would be more exciting, then seeing that in like full 4K would be amazing. With Gak dancing through space.
Man.
But I got other news here.
Okay, let's talk about the other news. Let's move on.
Torchlight Frontiers was a free-to-play game announced a few months ago. Now it's becoming Torchlight 3. And they're topping the free-to-play model. It's going to be like a traditional sequel to Torchlight, made by the original guys. It looks pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they do with this. I like Torchlight 1.
Blizzard is weak. Go for their throat.
Yes, basically.
Oh, no.
Like that legitimately scared me.
They just released Warcraft 3, right? They have to be doing it.
Easy, don't. Fine, we can talk about Warcraft 3. Go for it, Phil.
Okay, Warcraft 3 Reforged came out. I'll just run down all the things. It currently has, I don't think it has any reviewer reviews on Metacritic, but it has plenty of user reviews. I think it's sitting at 1.3.
Yeah, the Google score is 1.7. I've read some reviews.
A little mean?
I've read some reviews and stuff. For those who don't know, Warcraft 3 Reforged is literally just an HD sort of remaster, just like they already did for StarCraft 2, but for Warcraft 3. This thing has a fucking laundry list of issues. Phil, you go ahead, and then I'll just cover anything you miss.
Okay, first they removed all the skeletons, which is minor but is fucking stupid. Like, they didn't even bother to make, like, a toggle.
What? Hey, China.
There are some enemies that look skeletonish. I'm going to be honest. I looked at the units for the undead, and they looked pretty skeleton-y. Keep in mind, they did have robes and things, though.
They own every single thing you make related to it, because they're real fucking mad they lost out on Dota. That will be a thorn in their fucking soul forever.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of being mad and hoping somehow a new Dota will happen. There will not be another one of those.
There will not be another Dota.
Yeah, I don't...
They took down Warcraft 3 entirely, meaning if you owned Warcraft 3 and don't own this, you now no longer have Warcraft 3.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just this has completely replaced
There's now going to be
Warcraft
a new spike in pirating of the original Warcraft 3, I guess.
Yeah, I actually don't own a copy of that. I used my brother's copy when we went over to LAN parties at his place, and I'm pretty upset that I can't buy the original anymore. So you're absolutely right on that one, KZ.
They didn't redo the cutscenes.
Great.
I'm pretty sure that's something they
How
promised.
they announced this shit 2 years ago?
Yeah.
How do you not have time?
Look, after the Blitzchung thing, they're like, people are going to hate us forever, so fuck it, mask off. They're banning people from the forums if you tell people how to find their very well hidden option to refund. And they apparently cheaped out on new assets in multiple places, like Arthas is a Death Knight in the Undead campaign. But if you play multiplayer and build the hero, thing as an undead and make a Death Knight, it won't be Arthas. Now it is. Because they're like, why would we make a slightly different Death Knight? We have one. Also, all the animations, the units are still at 20 frames per second, so they look super fucking weird and bad at this fidelity.
I mean, it's not even just the animation, it's like the unit movement from what I'm told. So like the code for the game is moving your units at 20, I think. They may have been phrasing it wrong in the review I was reading, though. There are other problems, too. So, like, Field just mentioned, you can't buy the original game. That's fine, right, Bob? Like, this version's just better in some way, right?
No.
It literally has a laundry list of bugs.
Of course.
Like, it'll crash. You'll hit play campaign, and it'll throw you to a game over, you lost screen, and you'll just have to close it and reopen it. The custom games mode doesn't work at all right now.
What?
Literally, it just won't work. There are several other issues too. It is a fucking nightmare.
I saw people talking about how this game, like Blizzard didn't even make it. They outsourced it to some Malaysian company to make.
No shit.
Yeah.
God, this is really bad to the point where it's like, guys, you were updating a game made for PC for a PC release. This isn't Sonic Adventure 1 where it was made for the Dreamcast and you ported it hastily to the GameCube and then ported that to the PC. Like, fuck you, man. You should not have fucked this hard. What in the hell is your problem? So yeah, as you can imagine, the Warcraft 3 Reddit is on fire.
Is everything related to Blizzard has been this year.
Yeah.
At least one time.
It's weird because it should be cold.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty bad. It's all pretty bad.
Yeah, this is really upsetting. Warcraft 3 is one of my favorite RTSs. I was excited for this.
I was too.
Yeah,
I think
no.
you even said you were excited for it when we talked about the BlizzCon stuff, because then,
Yep.
They said we're doing our last, putting the finishing touches on Warcraft 3. It's coming real soon.
And I guess this is just like one of those final nail on the coffin for Blizzard in my mind, for me. Just like, yeah, they just don't care. They never will again, will they?
I'm waiting to see how they make me upset over Overwatch 2, and then they'll be dead for me.
Stadia has made its first announcement in 40 days.
Oh, cool. I bet it's really great.
They're adding 2 new free games. I don't fucking remember what they are. Who cares? And they're taking away the old 2 free games, Samurai Showdown and Rise of Tomb Raider.
I think they did that this month. Like, they have 2 other games this month, We're talking about, like, that announcement they made was about February's free games.
Yeah, well, this would be the third set, right?
Right. Apparently, February's free games are Metro Exodus and Guilt, which, if I'm not mistaken, Guilt is the actual Stadia exclusive that Yep, that is exactly it. That's the Stadia exclusive I keep referencing to beat up the Xbox Series X, where everyone and their mom goes, there's an exclusive game on Stadia I didn't even know.
Wow, what is this?
It's Guilt. G-Y-L-T.
Oh my god, a haunted tale about bullying and childhood nightmares.
And somber tapestries.
This is gonna be... what is this, Ninja series?
It's been at least 2 months since I haven't thought about Scorn and Atmosphere Core Adventure by Ed Software.
But yeah, no, actually, I'm looking at this, and yeah, it says... If you don't snag the current freebies, Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration and Sam Show by the end of the month, you'll have to pay full price. So yeah, I guess somehow they're doing a 2-month rolling thing. That's what's up. Okay, because the other free titles, as it stands, are Destiny 2 Thumper and Farming Simulator 2019. Destiny 2 is free because it's free, dumb shits, but whatever.
Yeah,
I'm sure one day that won't be free anymore, right?
So once again, I'm going to say that for anyone who didn't pay attention. Thumper is free to play on Stadia.
Why would you ever want to do
rhythm
there?
game?
A high-speed rhythm game, Thumper, and a high-speed fighting game, Sam Show.
Don't worry, I'm sure someone out there will tell you they are fine.
Yes, and
Rami is male.
yeah, that's true.
didn't work on my plane.
According to Rami is male, Stadia works perfectly in all circumstances except a plane's Wi-Fi.
He couldn't just be inept.
I think the favorite fucking thing to come out relating to that man is that one tweet where someone subtweeted him and said, man, if I made a shitload of money in a field where most people are struggling, I would shut the fuck up for the rest of ever. I was like, yeah, I don't know how that doesn't cross his fucking mind.
Well, he did it right. So obviously, like, he made the money. Whatever he did was right. Everything he ever does is right.
Bob, could you imagine if I had that mentality going in with this channel? I'm like, we make more money now. I guess I'm just smarter than everyone, poorer than us.
Exactly. That's what he thinks, I'm sure.
Have him handle our PR for our Patreon.
In that universe, Dan, the Mighty Number 9 review is Kickassia.
That's true. That's
Yes.
true. That is where that mindset leads.
What else
Also
happened with
related
Stadia?
to Stadia, Google shut Google One down. So that's another Google product in the coffin.
Yep.
What is Google One?
Yep.
It was
Okay.
a thing where you could... what Dan said. Also, when because people started making fun of them for this no new announcements shit, they said, it's not our job to announce games, it's the publishers.
And I lost
But
my
that-
shit immediately on impact. It sent me into a fucking fervor, and I screamed, I'm fucking ascending. Imagine Sony or Microsoft coming out to say this about their next-gen consoles. And apparently a lot of people agreed with that on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw a few days ago. At the very least, I saw like a thread pop up saying, it's been 40 days since Stadia has announced a game. Stadia was released 69 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this is hilarious. Nintendo's never done a direct. PlayStation's never announced anything, right? They don't announce third-party games. That doesn't happen.
No. See, Bob, the fact they haven't...
Platform where the platform holder doesn't make shit.
Uh-huh.
They didn't even do an event to talk about Guild.
No. No, they haven't done anything. They don't know what they're doing at all. It's nuts.
They made a studio, though.
Does Phil Harrison still work there, or did he just like launch it and then run?
Oh my god.
I don't know. I know a guy I can ask, but I feel like he'll just block me if I fucking ask.
Yeah.
Does Phil show up at the offices? Fuck you, Dan. I was being sincere.
This is gonna die faster than any of us predicted.
I don't know. I think that mine was the first 6 months or something.
Yeah, you said 6 months, and I
can't
said,
die if they don't say anything.
what did I say? 16 months? So if it die, because my whole thing, right, Bob,
Uh-huh.
is that normal failure isn't enough for Google. They need catastrophic tier failure. So they need to fail for a year straight, and then the new consoles come out and completely demolish their assholes.
I just like that people are out there saying that stuff like this is inevitable and that it's obviously the future. It's insane.
That's somebody. People saying that are stupid and don't understand the barriers to this thing working. They are not things that will be fixed ever.
Yeah. So, hey Bob,
What's up?
you get to do the rest of your news now.
Cool. Soulcalibur 6 announced or showed off Hamaru from Samurai Showdown. So that was pretty cool. He did his crazy spinning uppercut thing that he does.
I heard he has a sword.
He does have a sword.
Does it do like 70% of your health like Sam Show?
They didn't show that in the trailer. I assume it won't because I don't think Soulcalibur is balanced for that. Though Soulcalibur typically does have higher damage values than other games, like other fighting games. I feel like you usually go to death pretty quickly compared to a lot of other stuff. Yeah, I think that Hamaru being there is cool. I think that they could have made better choices from Samurai Showdown for sure, because he is kind of pretty similar to Mitsurugi from a visual standpoint.
What? How? In what way?
Just another samurai guy with the ponytail and it's real big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm trying to think
don't
if Mitsurugi also does this thing where he shows his sword up and catches it in his sheath. I think he does. I think Mitsurugi might be kind of stolen from Samurai Showdown.
No way.
Oh no!
Which happens a lot. I mean, friggin' the guy who wrote Kenshin's come out and said that apologized for stealing moves from Sam Show.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And then he apologized for being a pedophile.
That's what he apologized for, though.
Yeah.
That's what he apologized
I don't think he
for.
apologized for the other thing.
Technically,
like, I paid my $15 fine. Who cares?
What else do we got?
Samurai Showdown also revealed 2 more of their DLC fighters. We got Sogetsu Kazama, who is like a water magic dude who uses a sword.
is he from a prior entry or
Yes, he's from prior entry.
no? Okay.
He's fairly early in the series too. I think he started in 3. Feel free to correct me if anybody wants to. I'm pretty sure that's where he was though.
I don't
He's like
know
the
shit about Sam
Bob's
Show.
like, feel free to correct me in the comments. I don't read them.
he's kind of like the water-based rival to the fire guy who showed up in 3 as well. I can't remember the name of the fire guy right now.
We're doing great.
Yeah, no.
I'm actually trying to solve a problem with the podcast didn't go up for the final part of Game of the Year, so that's why I'm kind of quiet right now. I'm like, why the fuck did it go
I
up?
also checked. I'm like, ah, shit, it's not there.
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be. I don't know what fucking happened. Podbean shit its pants, but whatever.
And they also announced Iora. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, she is the swan that turns into a maid lady who uses 2 big cleavers.
Yes, she has 2 giant cleavers.
Mm-hmm. Nothing else. But yeah, she's in an apron. Basically, that's all.
She's basically the stereotype of I will cook you dinner. I'm wearing nothing but an apron.
He's like wearing a ninja apron.
Yeah.
So she's way kosher.
I don't think he said that. Then the final piece of news I have, DMC 3 showed off their new weapon switching system.
Oh, they're patching a PS2 game? That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The Switch version is getting this.
Oh, okay. Then
Hopefully it rolls into other stuff, like the PS2 version. I'm sure we'll get a new disc.
that'd be nice.
That'd be fucking hysterical. They do it through limited run games.
Oh my god, that would be really, really good. I would file that a lot. But yeah, it lets you switch between all the weapons on the fly, so you get to have all of them in your menus, and you get to hold down either trigger and bring up a radial menu to switch between whichever one you want to do quickly, which is crazy. They didn't even do this for 5.
Please put it in 5.
Yeah,
Please just patch this in 5.
Whenever
switching weapons, sometimes when I want to do something cool with Dante is a little too hard for me.
Yeah, no, it can get busy if you have a bunch of your weapons selected instead of just bringing in 2 or 3.
Yeah, because they give him 85 weapons in that game.
Yep. So that's exciting. I hope that shows up in 5. It's a really cool idea. Feel, what do you got?
Well,
Sure, it's good news.
So first, Jedi Fallen Order sold over 8 million units.
I hear that game's a
came out
5 out of
today.
10.
Or a 7, depending on who you talk to.
True.
Uh,
I'd rather play it than anything else
And-
is released from Star
and-
Wars.
That informs this new thing. EA might be rebooting KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. The source saying this knew about the Obi-Wan show in advance.
Rest in peace, the Obi-Wan show, by the way.
Wait, what?
Canceled?
No, that show got delayed because Kathleen Kennedy decided after last year saying the script was really good, said, I don't like the script, and the writer is off that show now.
It's almost like Kathleen Kennedy has a weird psychopathic history with this shit in Star Wars.
I can't believe she's still on the Star Wars.
Yeah, I know.
It says no. It's dumber. It's not delayed. It's apparently being made back into a movie.
I'm out. That's where I tap out. I'm done.
Because that's totally what it was originally going to be, where it was going to be a film, because they were going to do that in the Boba Fett film.
Yeah.
And then they said, yo, Solo isn't doing too well. And then they're like, well, Ewan McGregor really wants to fucking do an Obi-Wan thing. He's totally jazzed about it. And we have this thing written, so we'll just make it a show. And they're like, I like the script. We're filming in 3 months. I don't like the script anymore. I want more bad headlines about me.
Kathleen Kennedy needs to be fucking sent to the farm.
It's just so fucking bizarre. It's like somebody...
Any other fucking person in
it's
that
like
spot.
someone
please.
came up to her super recently and went, she was like, well, we can't make it a movie. Solo did bad. And they were like, what if you made a good movie? And she was like, what? You can do that with spin-offs? And then he was like, hey, check this out. What if you didn't fire the people making your movies halfway through making them? And she's like,
What if you
why would I do that?
What if you didn't have some insane sociopathic list of guidelines that keeps anybody from making anything good?
I try to follow like current like movie stuff. I don't think I've seen anything this bad where they constantly hire someone and then creative differences pop up. It happened with like 4 directors or something for the Star Wars films.
It's
Or something absurd?
happening with Doctor Strange 2 right now.
I mean, I mean just for the Star Wars stuff specifically, where it's just they hired Episode 9 director, removed them, hired the like there were some problems with Rogue One, there were some problems with replacing directors on Solo.
Yeah. No.
It's like nonstop.
It is
Yeah.
pretty fucking nonstop.
Just let these people make things.
They have not got the only thing that they have decided to do, set out to do it, and you haven't heard bad shit happen behind the snes was The Mandalorian.
And that's because it was so small, Kathleen Kennedy didn't feel the need to meddle.
Yeah. That's because she's like, whatever, Jon Favreau's working on that. I don't need to oversee it and ruin it.
But go back to the original subject. They don't know if this is KOTOR 3 or a weird reboot combining aspects of the first 2 because to like make it canon with the new canon.
Yeah, because the old stuff is Legends now.
This makes a lot of sense because if you ask somebody like, what Star Wars game do you want? The first thing would probably be action game as a Jedi. Like that's almost assuredly going to be the first thing to come out.
But could blasters work? Maybe call it a Force user instead.
The second thing is probably going to be make KOTOR 3 and let me mind trick people and shit and play as a Jedi character or be evil if I want. So that makes sense. And with EA hollowing out BioWare to crawl inside and puppet them, they have somebody who might be able to ship a game.
Yeah, hopefully they pick a different developer that isn't BioWare to make this.
Well, BioWare's dead, Casey. They fucking fired everybody and sent their own people inside them. They're a puppet now.
But the studio still lives, and the studio
Yeah,
can
the studio
take
still
new
lives, as I've said.
flesh.
They're not dead yet. They're making Dragon Age.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to fucking come out.
I'm glad you agree.
I mean, if they're a puppet company, why not?
I'm glad
So,
we're starting off 2020 with some new feelisms.
I don't.
What, that BioWare is puppeted? 'Cause
No,
they
I
fired
ju-
all the leaders?
No, you said they're dead and that game isn't coming out. I'm just looking forward to this being the real Pokemon games coming out next year of this year. In 3 months, somehow, despite all of reality pointing against it, we get a trailer and it looks polished. And it's like, what?
No, it won't look polished. It might exist, but it won't.
Well, yeah, it's a BioWare game. Of course, it won't look polished.
Also, it won't come out till 2024, and they'll reveal they didn't start development until January that year.
I'm very excited.
They're going to be like, please be excited for the next Dragon Age. Here's a day-night cycle.
Ooh.
Wow.
Somehow Feel ends up being right from Big Think Dimension, like number 1 with, this Dragon Age is ripping off Dark Souls.
Oh no, it's just you got to think BioWare wants to stay consistent, right? When they went to show off Anthem, they were like, what do we show? And then they looked at Sonic 06 and they said, yeah, let's do that. Let's show off our day-night cycle. And then when they go to do Dragon Age, they're like, let's do what we did with Anthem.
I think Inquisition had a day and night cycle.
Oh no. Does Sonic Team have a better record than freaking BioWare?
Bob, I cannot answer that on recording.
Yeah.
I got enjoyment out of Sonic Forces, so yeah, they have a better record. I played Dragon Age Inquisition and got bored really fast.
That's because that game is fucking bad.
Game of the year. That's what they said.
It's a bad single player MMO. So Rocket League is dropping Mac and Linux. They're saying that so they can focus and add more things that they couldn't do on Mac and Linux. I personally think it's because Epic Game Store does not support those platforms, and Tim Sweeney personally hates Linux.
I didn't know that about Tim Sweeney. Haven't seen any quotes about that, but I wouldn't doubt
I can pull it up right now. He said, I think, fuck you if you like Linux. That's like saying you hate American politics and moving to Canada instead of trying to make America better.
What?
No, I get what what he's saying. He's saying that people, instead of trying to make Windows better, are just crawling up their own ass in Linux. This is what he's expressing, not what I'm expressing. But yeah, allegedly it's so they can further develop some tech. Has
the
nothing...
new tech in Rocket League, right?
We're gonna have some cutting edge shit in Rocket League that's just completely impossible, Bob, on Mac or Linux.
I have a distinct feeling that if they had not been acquired by Epic, they probably wouldn't be dropping those platforms.
Amazing. It's almost like being acquired by Epic is anti-consumer.
What? No, Epic's always good consumer.
Best consumer.
Prosumer products.
Galactus. Epic Galactus Game Store.
The Epic Game Store pisses me off so bad because if it wasn't run by the most incompetent people on planet Earth, everybody would love them. All they'd have to do is go fund things that didn't already exist. So Atari, which was kind of brought back from the dead as a company with 10 people.
About 5 times now, yeah.
About 5 times, is opening a game-themed hotel, and which I have to assume is to launder money made from drugs and human trafficking.
That's your theory.
That's my theory.
Your hotel theory.
Yeah. Because, you have 10 people, you're opening a big Vegas gaming hotel?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
where's
clearly
the
they
money
don't either.
Where's the money coming from for this? Who's doing it?
Yeah, they released images of their concept art for the hotel. It was like, this is insane.
Here's Atari's new president to tell you about it, Beffrey Bepstein.
Oh no.
Now, whoever is in charge of the Terminator crossover licensing
fucking shit, man.
Needs to be fired. Because besides MK11, it has been the most pathetic thing. And here's the new pathetic thing. Terminator Cross Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
The movie and the game are both already out. How did this happen?
Out and in the ground.
Yeah.
Don't remember they showed it at E3. I remember why they keep showing these things.
Oh God, it did show up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was during that conference sucked.
I'm really glad that E3 is going to suck more shit this year, so somehow E3 conferences get even worse.
It's like,
Can you
Did
just
you see
imagine that conference, but with more celebrities and influencers?
Did you see they finally responded to that thing that happened today?
What?
They finally made a statement going, don't worry, we understand your concerns, and we finally made a statement here about how we're going to improve our security. You know, after they ended up doxing everyone who went there. Like,
2
they
years.
responded to that today.
Yeah.
They're like,
Great.
we've improved our website. Go check it out. Please don't leave.
Great. I'm not going to go. So,
yeah, now that you've turned E3 to a living nightmare.
I'm just imagining we're watching the Ubisoft stream. First thing, it's being hosted by Ninja.
You'll die. You would die.
I will die.
I
He's
feel
wearing
like
that
there's no
fucking-
way that would be in his contract. They wouldn't let it.
I feel like if they're doing conferences and stuff this year, I'm like, that's it. I'm bringing in Phil.
you're right.
The Game Awards were a good way to just watch him die in real time.
You're right, Bob. There's no way Ubisoft gets Ninja to host. Microsoft does because
Yeah.
he's exclusive to Mixer.
Yeah, he's Mixer.
And they're going to pay Epic to get a 120 hertz version of Fortnite running for him to show off on the Xbox Series X on stage.
Oh no, they don't like Fortnite. In fact, they're
Oh.
blaming them for last year's gaming loss.
I would love to see the sources on this field because the sentence you just said is literal madness.
I think I read that. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I think that the person who wrote it down on the website was wrong, but I'm going to link you the thing.
Okay, I think that the way I read it was they attributed part of the loss for the year for digital sales being down, not because of Fortnite, but because Fortnite wasn't making as much money this year as it did last year.
That's what I assumed it was, but the where I first read it sounded real insane.
Okay, yeah, that's literally that thing Bob said is what they're saying. Because of the
Okay.
sentence fragment that says, let's see, a decline the company blames on both slowing hardware sales and a tough comparison against a stronger than usual Q2 back in fiscal year 2019. Okay.
But
Oh yeah,
Microsoft
because
Gaming-
Yeah.
Fortnite was super colossal at that point.
Yes, absolutely.
Gee, if one game making a little bit less money for them makes your revenue in that division fall 21%, maybe you should have deep reflection.
Not really. I mean, think about it. Even if they had a really good first-party portfolio, if Fortnite's responsible for 21% revenue, they're responsible for 21% revenue. Because
I mean, Fortnite
real
was
quick,
absolutely
real quick,
insane.
I'm gonna ask everyone on this podcast: can anyone name what they released towards the end of 2018? Right, because it wasn't even. It was.
Forza Horizon?
Was it?
Maybe.
I think you're right, but I think that's it.
They always have a Forza game coming out every year, right?
They didn't have one this last year, correct?
Right.
Oh,
They have didn't they have like the Lego DLC for it?
Yes, they had that earlier in the year. Yeah.
Okay, Horizon 4 was 2018, but it was, let me see, what day was that? September. So it
yeah,
wasn't
that
even-
would have been towards the end. Who
Yeah, 'cause
knows
they
if that
al-
was
they
Q2 or
alternate.
Q1? Because I don't know how their fiscal years cut up.
Right.
But yeah, no. As it turns out, when a company makes a shitload of money and you get 20 to 30% of that or whatever, and then they make their own game store, so that way they don't have to pay anyone. Anyway, it makes sense that them dropping massively would affect Microsoft too. So yeah, this isn't as insane as I'm glad we looked up the source. I read this fucking bit of news. I read this last bit of news, and I literally went, "What is that? Oh my god, that's right, that exists."
Yeah,
I was-
Artifact. Valve's card game that they hired the worst possible human being in the world to design and run.
The
has
Magic
not
the
been
Gathering guy?
who hates ranking systems, so Artifact didn't have ranked multiplayer.
What?
Hates free to play elements, so you just have to buy the new cards. There's no way to get any for free. and is in general an insane person. But yeah, that game has not gotten an update in a year.
I think they made some sort of statement at some point saying, yeah, we're pulling back to figure out what the fuck to do.
A year is a long time.
They have
Yeah.
to fundamentally redo most of that game. So I understand it taking a long time, but them not talking about it is the weird part.
I watched a video where they went, the recent all-time peak is 100 players.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Wikipedia says the game saw a 95% decline in players within 2 months of its release and had fewer than 100 concurrent players by mid-2019. Let's see how many people are playing it right now.
Oh, come on, man. She's already dead.
Remember when it was dying super bad? No one even streamed it, so people just put pirated movies in the artifact game section on Twitch.
Yes.
My second viewing of Avengers Endgame was from Twitch artifact streams.
That's pretty funny.
I'm tempted to go boot up the game to get the number up.
Yeah, Bob, you and I could go play the game, and then the number will go up like double.
Yeah.
It's actually gone. It actually spiked a little bit because of holiday sales. I guess it's at average players for the last 30 days was 104.
Whoa.
Staggering.
Peak players was 194.
Peak?
Peak.
Wow.
I'm gonna read peak players from when it launched. Launch month, 60,000, then 46,000, then 6,000, then 1,700, then 800, then 300, then 200, then 200 but lower, then 140, then it spikes up a little bit back to 200 during the holidays, and now it's at 194. The average players in July were 71.
This shit is ridiculous.
Gamer premonition.
Yeah.
Do you think by the time they do anything, if they do something to this game, do you think by the time they'll do it before the peak is like 40?
Yes,
Possible that you could reach a peak concurrent of 0.
I don't think it's going to get much lower. I think it found a very small, insane audience who will just keep playing it.
I think it'll hit peak 40 first.
Here's what they got to do. Just repurpose it into a Team Fortress 2 themed card game and put it directly up against Hearthstone and make all of your advertising about Blizzard in China.
You know, that works.
Have the scout flossing while, like, knockoff Winnie the Pooh freezes in a blizzard.
So are there skeleton cards in this one, I guess?
There are so many. There's so many spooky skeletons. You're going to be spooked.
Ooh.
You're going to spoop your pants. But that does it for news this week. So, AKZ, what you got going over the next week?
In terms of content, I don't know. Because Remind should have been done by the time this comes out. And my LP of AI, the Somnium Files, also done by the time this comes out. So I'll figure something out.
Okay.
I've got a bit of a filler arc of at least 2 weeks until Fire Emblem's back.
Yeah.
Because the DLC hit February the 13th, and I'll be jumping into that.
So exciting.
Oh my god.
I'm unironically excited when they said it's a new story you do from the title screen. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm pumped then.
Yeah, but KZ, you can bring them into the main game, and they have new paralogs and stuff, so it's time to get that last route done.
Nope.
I'm not sure what's going to come out on my channel, mostly because we had technical difficulties that completely ruined a video that will never see the light of day.
Oh, great.
And the world is a lesser place for it, and I'm not even being dramatic. It was hilarious. But
Oh, no.
we will have more Detroit coming out. We're, of course, going to do the Friday live streams. And hopefully we have another video from another series coming out. But, oh, man, I am not going to announce shit right after something like that happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all from us. Hey, Phil, what are you doing? You deviant?
I'm going to continue refuting shooting. They finally approved my fucking emote of Monokuma flossing. So if you want to use that on KZ and Dan, you can now.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's very not doggers.
I wanted to congratulate the fan site for getting a proper invitation from Atlas to go out and check out Persona 5 Royal.
Oh, wow.
I'm very happy for them.
I checked his account and saw that he had like 32,000 followers. Like, whoa.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't know that he was beefing up that much. It makes sense.
It's 35.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's even higher than you thought.
Right.
Pretty sure Fansite was one of the few active during the Kingdom Hearts 2 stream at 5 a.m. saying, "Hey, well, you all right? Everything okay?"
Yeah, it went great.
That was when you were just dying to Zigbar and you were just crumbling.
My brain had ceased to function by that point, so the game's like, engage with this mechanic. But yeah, no, very excited, extremely thrilled. Especially since I'm still trying to scope out whether or not I'm going to check out Persona 5 Royal, because I know most of the plot of 5.
Right, I'm really just more excited for Q.
I mean, I'm excited for Scramble.
Yeah, I guess
I was
Scramble.
like, did
I don't
they
know why
announce a
keep calling it
Q?
Why am I doing that?
Bob, are you stuck in a time
Q
warp?
is the Etrian Odyssey one.
Right?
Sorry, guys. Bob just came from Valhalla, where time does not flow normally.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Wait till he hears about all our Terminator crossovers.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Big Think Dimension. This show, like our other podcasts, is only possible with the generous time our co-hosts have given to us and the equipment we've bought to make it higher quality and easier to produce. Please consider supporting our podcast series on our GigaBoots Podcast Patreon and look forward to more gamer premonitions and Big Think Dimension in the future. This video was brought to you by the power of the legendary GigaBoots executive producers: Vincent Pover, Nicholas Cameron, E. Lee Broyles, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Danny Richardson, Dryzart, Red Blaze 27, and Texas Man joins Smash. Thank you for lending us your power, our executive producers. And also these guys. If you want to become powerful like our executive producers, then head on over to www.patreon.com/GigaBoots today.